What did, why did, oh, range bait. Oh, chat. Okay, chat, we are back to range bait. I need range bait. Chat, let's go range bait. Why did 4-star disappear? Chat, we are back to another argument of 4-star in Honkai starrail. Let's fucking go, boy. Alright.
It's genuinely unbelievable that in September of last year, I praised Honkai Star Rail for the new direction.
It's been a year. It's been a year. It's been a fucking year. No, oh, it's been a year.
Honkai Star Rail for the new direction
This is
had been taking
actually a good video. WW.
I felt that they were well designed, such that they were actually worth using, and although I kind of figured the rate at which they'd release would slow down, seeing as how we went from one every single patch in version 1 to on average one every 2 updates in version 2.
That's all, it's 2.5. We are in 2.6 or 2.5 already, and there's no 4 stars. W.
I certainly did not anticipate we'd have a drought of 4 stars that is over a year and counting. Since we already
okay, now hold on. I think he might mention the free 5-star later, right? But like, okay, compare this, right? Let's say Yukon useless, Lukai useless, Lynx kind of useful, Gunafin decent, Hanya low-key useless, Suiji useless, Misha useless. The last 3 is good. And also the free 5 stars. In 1.6 onwards, during this patch, no free 5 stars. Oh, that's ratio, but okay, he's good. 2.0, we have any free 5 star? There should be one. Free 5 star. We have a free sector, but no free 5 stars. But like the 4 star is good, and the meta is like pretty free to play as well. And then for 2.0 onwards, we have like 2 free 5 stars, Archer and Ill, right? Archer, so you know.
2 on average, 1 every 2 updates in version 2.
The whole 2.x don't have a single 4 star. Yeah.
We'd have a drought of 4 stars that is over a year and counting. Since we already know Cyrene is going to be 3.7 over a year and counting. Since we already know Cyrene is...
This is way worse than people calling full wave fugue. Cyrene, oh my fucking god.
Going to be 3.7's only character, and that's supposed to be the end of M40's
no abundance for 1 year. I mean, do with fire. Scene is abundant. We agree, right? She is abundant, but she's remembrance for the shielding. We agree, right? She's basically abundant. She's one. Dude, she's like the one abundance. We have one. No, she is. She's not. She is. If you think about it, she's abundant. Yeah, DPS for sure, I know, but she's still abundant. I'm not going to accept that. Shut the fuck up, Seaball.
We might be going a whole entire version without one. How is it even possible that we've gotten to this point in the first place? Let's talk about all the potential reasons why this is happening and how it continues.
I'm guessing 3 5 stars, and also to be fair, the 4 stars are good enough. You don't need any other one, and also like the meta. Also, like, you know, I think they give you enough pools, right, to get the sufficient 5 star to beat the game. So, like, you know, I don't think the 4 star do anyway. So why the path exists? Shields!
The game as a whole. Now, the first place that people will turn their heads to is starrail's endgame meta, and for good reason.
Okay, sure.
It's very fast moving, even among Hoyo's other games, which also feature
fast moving. Sure, agree.
Of design creep, exclusive synergies, and HP inflation on enemies. This naturally encourages pulling for the newest, most powerful characters, and it seems like the pressure to roll is only higher now with the newest endgame mode requiring 3 teams.
I mean, to be fair, these are the endgame, the whale, so I don't think this count at all, right?
Instead of 2. So it sounds like a pretty open and shut case, right?
I don't think you can count the new endgame. It's just a whale game mode, so like, you know, if you don't have the characters, then it's fine. It's giving no gist anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No new 4 stars means less development work put in, and endgame players will be incentivized to spend more in order to be able to clear. While it would honestly be naive of me to think this wasn't a factor in some capacity.
Whereas for the Conviction, Epoch, and MOC, I think even with like Herta, Uglier, without pulling for, let's say, the new one, I mean, you might need to be many high scene, but like no cash rise, no Evernight and stuff. you can still clear them easily, I think, right? You can still max them. Yeah, with difficulty for sure, but like you can still clear it without getting a new shiny DPS. Even with old one. Alcron with a Cypher update. Who else? Fireflies can do it as well. Rappa could do it as well. Like, you know, I think the end game is fine. Just that it is designed for people who play the game. Yeah.
I have strong reason to believe
in the morning I see a CC crashing out on high scene. The worst cutter for the game. I don't think high scene is one. It might be like cash rise due to like no. Akron maybe, but Akron maybe back in the days. Cash rise could be now. But I think the worst thing is like the whole entire remembrance path. That single path, I think, destroyed the meta overall. I think so. It's like a break, but what if break have a path that is remembrance? Like, why even exist? It's just it's like the dev trying to make a new path, but like the mechanics are just legit the other path. So why make a new one of all, right?
No matter how good a 4-star might accidentally be, 5 stars will always reign supreme when it comes to endgame. They have the advantage of straight up higher numbers, tailored synergies, specialized equipment, and incredibly potent buffs specifically directed at enhancing the mechanics.
I mean, that's dude, pull up MOC, pull up motherfucking Epoch. Don't do the new end game. The new end game for Will. Pull up the Epoch, dude. Both for DOT, both for Fanon, both for Catch Rise, both for Archer, both for Alcron, both for Firefly, both for everyone in there. Dude, it just not pull buff over there. But for Neon Game, yeah, they're gonna do it for exclusively for a catcher, bro. They're gonna do it.
Mechanics of the newest units. So if starrail were to produce more 4 stars, even if they lean towards being actually pretty decent, like with Moza and Gallagher, the demand for 5 stars will still be there, especially with arbitration being difficult even for those who have full premium teams.
Dude, it's an end game, bro. Why are we talking about the whale? Please stop talking about new end game. It's so useless. Why? Like, dude, it's a game for whale. So how is that gonna correlate to the dev not making a new 4 stars? You can clear the whole 2-pack S with Ramai Gallagher, Haitian Gallagher. So break effect is like on this free break effect like for every path. Is it? Really? Real? Preservation, how many? Who knows? But for, I mean, yeah, to be fair, 2.0 is like way more free to play than 2.0, but you could also count 2.0's kind of free to play. I also free to play. I cleared the game, so you know, you can do it, but you have to play the game, right? This is, I think, the meta designed for people who play the game, not like for those that keep logging on and off for like 1 month, right? You know,
I'm talking about myself.
And like for Arknight, right? You can clear the game without getting a new unit. Water, probably like extra new one, 1 star. Who else? Logos and stuff. You can still use the old unit. That's the game design for those people who like keep logging on and off. Starrail? No way.
Players who care about clearing these stages will ultimately need to pull for 5 stars as much as they always have, 4 stars or not.
Yeah, we have break effect like on fire path
towards providing a challenge for a subset of players that are willing to spend on multiple copies of premium units, with plenty of casuals not even bothering to try, which makes sense.
Yeah, no shit, buddy. Why are we talking about this now? Oh my god, move on,
the
please.
Rewards are purely for cosmetics and rose
Yeah, then why talk about this then?
Stellar Jade being earnable.
Okay.
So in my mind, it wouldn't even be a great business decision to omit 4 stars in the hopes that free-to-plays will convert to low spenders so that they can clear Memory of Chaos when they are already catering to the high-spending players who are known to be the biggest contributors.
I mean, yeah, the gacha will always cater towards the whales, but how does it correlate to normal 4-star and the new endgames? New endgames are for whale for sure, but for LC, 4-star still viable, no? Gallagher still viable, maybe. Most, maybe. But like, much 700, maybe. Of course, they're gonna be maybe because they're 4-star, but still usable.
when they are already catering to the high-spending players who are known to be the biggest contributors to the game's profits. Now, of course, the casual audience is still very important to appeal to, but one thing that makes them happy to continue playing the game is when it has more characters and relatively budget-friendly options, like 4 stars. So if business isn't the only reason, what else has changed in the past year that might make starrail averse to making new 4 stars? Of course, it's Amphorius and its storyline. If there was any takeaway from my 50-minute Zenless Zone Zero Year 1 retrospective, it was that gameplay mechanics and storyline are intrinsically linked in many more ways than what seems obvious. The difference in narrative relevance between 4 stars and 5 stars has historically been very cut and dry, at least with regards to starrail. Looking at each of the examples from version 2, we first have Misha and Gallagher, who I'd personally say had much greater implications on the story with their histories rather than actual involvement in the main events, Hunt March, who was relegated to her own side event, and Moza, who was completely overshadowed by what Fei Xiao and Zhao Chou went through across that entire arc. I do think there are examples of 5 stars that feel like 4 stars in their lack of
Lingsha. Oh, yeah, true. Lingsha better PS4. Yeah, true.
Screen time, but not the other way around. From the very beginning of Amphorius, before 3.0 even started, we were shown exactly who the important characters would be, including the ones who weren't shown until fairly recently. The very planned out nature of the main story, which was already announced in the beginning to span all the way until 3.7, has proven to have a very cohesive plot with early setups that have had clear payoffs down the line, but it's also apparent that the
I am doing like the fucking, I'm doing a small good reaction here, saying okay, yeah, okay. Like, what can I say here, man? Like, yo, I agree though. Like, yeah, every character they show is important in the story. That's what they first saw. Yeah, I agree. Like, what can I say here, man? Like, say no, fuck you. What can I say here, man?
Revolves around these.
Yes, the plot relevant for Lingsha. Yes, Luki Sato. Like a new war reference, but that's it.
Select important characters who consistently show up throughout the story across multiple updates and have plenty of interactions with each other. And because they have so much screen time, it only makes sense they'd take advantage of their personalities already being heavily marketed in the story and go all the way in making them 5 stars who get much more interesting kit mechanics, animated trailers, and banners to make money from. If all the important characters are already set in stone, then it naturally would be a bit more difficult to insert someone outside of that group that is still relevant enough to be a playable character. This seems to be supported by an interview with starrail's lead game designer, who when asked the question of, "It's been about 6 months since we last saw a new
How long?
4-star character. Why has it been so long?" responded with, "The new characters are an integral part of the future storyline, so I cannot share any spoilers at the moment. Please follow us for more information." Clearly not a very complete answer, but it does also imply the Amphorius cast is too important to not all be 5 stars. Of course,
okay, to be fair, in Honkai Impact, right? Some of the main cast, like Pedophiles, could count Shurikira, who else? Let's say B character. What's stuff from Pedophiles? Anyone else? Apollonia, no. BF5, no. Cosma, nope, man. Grisios will be rank. Oh, A rank, I mean. What else? Is that it? Yeah. So Honkai Impact wise, even though some of the main film chasers are B rank or A rank, right? But I think but the way Honkai Impact works is that you have to get 4 items to make the character playable. So that is still a way to make them an S rank or a 5-star in this case, because they're not gonna be playable out the bat. You have to like get their weapon and like 3 stick meta, which are like some case mandatory and maybe some copy items as well for other characters. So like, I don't think it's like worth it to compare to Honkai Impact because the whole entire combat system is like differently. Genshin, some like, I mean, to be fair, all the important characters are like 5-star anyway, so you know.
Of course, it wouldn't have been impossible to somehow
Genshin as well,
4-star anyway. It's
Starrail.
just that starrail seemingly wasn't interested in going out of their way to make it happen.
Like if they make, let's say Cypher, right? Same as Portophiles, a 4-star, then they have to make her dog shift and start, make her E6 or E4 broken, and then some might, or maybe like make a 4-star icon also for her broken as well, right? Like no way they're gonna make Cypher 4-star character just there for free. They need her to make money, so either make her dog shit at E0 and make her insanely broken at E6, only broken at E6, right? So what you choose here? Like choose your poison, right? 5 stars or E6 or like E6 4-star character. Choose your poison.
While the lack of 4 stars makes for a very convenient label to summarize our complaints with, I think it's also important to acknowledge that Starrail has at least provided something of an alternative in the form of free 5-star.
There we go, free 5-star.
The strongest argument for more 4 stars is that they make for easier, more flexible team building while helping free or low spending players.
Archer's insane 5-star character, to be fair. Of course you do need Sparkle. But still though. Archer's very good. The Hung Auto, I heard he's also very good as well. Is it for free characters? We do get Rame Lincha. Rame and Lucha. Free characters also broken. Ratio also broken as well. So like, broken 5-star or dog shit 4-star. No, broken 5-star, yeah. Or dog shit 4-star.
Who can't
I would choose the 5-star
unit, and while that first part is still something I strongly agree with, free 5 stars are actually a good bit more accessible because they're guaranteed. 4 stars are and have always been pretty awful to acquire. With 3 featured per banner, there's no guarantees you'll ever get the one you want, no matter how much you roll. The Starlight Exchange features various 1.0.
Dude, chat, have any of you guys done this? Like change the thing for a 4-star characters? I mean, it's might worth it for like Ting Yun, Pella, and Jingche. Like, dude, it's such a waste though. I don't know how much it costs, but it's like some pools, right? Like, dude, give me the pools or the 5-star icon and not the 4-star characters, right? They look so ass.
4 stars on a monthly rotation, including many characters who you should not even think about buying in 2025, but even if they made it into a selector like what Zenless Zone Zero did, that's 7 months you'd have to wait to max out a character. You obviously don't necessarily have to go for the Eidolons, but they tend to be quite significant upgrades for 4 stars that can make them slightly more competitive with 5 stars.
And yeah,
now compare that
you have to get the
who could
to make 4-star good, right?
Terrible character made solely for the reason of letting free to players experience the new path's gameplay, but is actually currently one of the strongest and most flexible supports in the entire game. All of their Eidolons are received just by playing the story, and they increase their abilities even further. Archer is a limited 5-star that's given out as a free login bonus, and is a very potent DPS.
What, is he still available?
5-star that's given out
he's still available. Holy shit! Oh my fucking god! That long? Even Russia not that long. Runway not that long even. That long? Holy fuck! My god!
A free login bonus.
What, 3 patches, right?
Very potent DPS.
Oh, 2 patches.
Point archetype, which hadn't received anything in a long time. He is a special case, being a collab character, but he did still release during this 4-star drought, and his signature light cone was a bit more accessible than 5-star cones usually are, thanks to the polling event. And most recently, Dan Hung PT was announced to also be given out for free in 3.6. Good thing too, because it surely seems like every account
the still here.
With how
the jewels well, yeah. Fuck, so there. Holy shit, the Sabas one. Oh my god.
much damage these bosses are doing nowadays. It's a little silly, it's always a mill when it comes to the freebies, but hey, we'll take it. Having a limited 5-star with a free first copy is a pretty justifiable middle ground between 4 stars and the typical 5-star banner release.
Okay, to be fair, if they make the 5-star hot ass, like let's say for Genshin, the creature, then I don't think it's even worth it. But they somehow make the free 5-star meta, and by that, holy the meta, like that's so good. So free 4 dog shit 4-star or just a free insane meta 5-star,
Because people like me who are content with
like there's no reason why they make the 5-star that good for free.
Happy,
like
but
what do you mean?
Who really like the character have those as options.
Like
to invest
Archer
in,
insane, but why is he free?
The one thing
like,
to
holy
watch out
shit.
for, I guess,
and Ratio as well. Ratio back in the day was insane. I mean now there's not, but like again, Ratio is insane. Why make him free? Archer is free, insane. Why make him free? Like what the fuck? Like if you, I mean, to say if he's like a banner character, then that might be some sale, but not that much, I guess. But still, holy, they could make Archer hardest, by the way. Just saying, but no, they're not.
That there is a limited window to redeem the free character.
Me when I gassing up the a billionaire company.
So it's pretty generous in that regard. And if you started playing after that window is over, you can still pull on their reruns, with the exception of Archer whenever his collab banner ends. True. Which is functionally no different than if a 4-star were to be
released. I think Hojo are so bad with the collab banner.
So while of course I wish we would receive new
like 4 stars
on top of these 5 stars, they do fulfill the same roles in a way, which is likely the mindset that the devs have taken in version 3. But even with the free units, for the significantly larger casual audience, the lack of 4 stars...
Summer and Archer going down to tier 1, tier 27. I mean, even so, they're still good. Tier 1 doesn't mean that shit. They're still, yeah, of course, not in the prime anymore. Still, like Firefly, Icon, they're still good. Not in the prime, but still, you know, it's something. What again? What do you say?
With the free units, for the significantly larger casual audience, the lack of 4 stars still really hurts, especially with how long it's been.
Okay, now, I have interesting prop. Let's identify the casual. Let's say the casual are those that barely do dailies, log on off, like 1 month off, 2 months in, or some stuff. Like a few weeks in, and then next week kind of like don't play the game anymore, right? Let's say those are the casual. I don't think releasing a new 4 stars could help them at all. Like how could the 4 stars help those casual get back in the meta or some case? Like the 4 stars are gonna be hard as E0. It has to be E2 or E4. But by that point, you just can't you just get the 5 star then? That will last for a while, like high should be. Like why get most or like Gallagher when you can just get higher seed? That's something interesting. Because the casual, they're not gonna pull a lot because they keep going off and on. So why make a new 4 stars when it won't help them at all in the end game? And if the 4 star did help them in the end game, then why get the 4 star if they can function without the 4 star, right? When the 4 star can help a character in meta, can help the casual in meta, then that means the meta of quite low power, the power level of very low, where I'm pretty sure the casual can still clear it with their old ass team without getting the new 4 stars. The broadcast is the main point. Yeah.
Because while yes, the effort put into creating 4 stars is not that much lower than 5 stars, meaning there is less financial incentive to make them since they're less profitable, there's a reason why gacha games have lower ranked characters at all and continue to release them. Although they of course are designed to get power creep quickly because of their lower power level and also the fact that they are all but guaranteed to not get buffed directly or indirectly, they help keep the general player base engaged with the game. Simply by existing, they're able to help fill in team slots on accounts who don't have that many characters or substitute.
I mean, engage in case of like pulling. What is the difference between the 4 star and 5 star then? Because if you like a catchers, you're gonna get them in a way, even if they are 4 star or 5 stars. Team wise, I agree. The 4 star does help fill in slot. That's a good point. Though. Okay, you know what? That point I agree. Yo, what's up, Leon?
In for very specific alternatives, while literally being easier to build because they have lower.
Don't pull up Suji. Don't pull up Suji. Don't, not her, bro. Come on. Why can't you pull up most of Gallagher, bro? Oh my god.
Material requirements. The recent release of.
Okay, sure. Okay, the material wise, yeah, but fucking Suji of anyone? Are you fucking for real?
Evernight has especially been a point of contention with regards to this, seeing as she gets pretty significant damage buffs by having more Remembrance characters on the team. If you only have her and Remembrance Trailblazer, you miss out on a large majority of this passive's effect, which feels
hold on.
And damage.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, 3. Oh shit, that's a lot. Holy fuck. 5, 15, 50. Holy damn.
Buffs by having more remembrance characters.
What's the name of the game you're playing? Me playing? Damn, that's damn chat. I am playing video. It's honkaistarrail, bro.
On the team. If you only have her and Remembrance Trailblazer, you
okay,
miss
true.
out on
A
a large
4-star
majority of
remembrance
this passive
could
effect,
fix
which
this. We have
feels
this.
really
I
bad.
do agree.
But then there's also the many other HP and Memo Sprite related synergies she has with Castris and Hyacinth that make Evernight feel more complete. While this example is also an effect of the addition of Remembrance as a unique path, which has its whole own set of issues, it doesn't change the fact that having some 4-star alternatives as options would have been really nice. Cynically, you...
Okay, you know what? Okay, I agree. 4-star could help to fix the Evernight problem. There might be some counterpoint. Firstly, why you get Evernight? Let's say meta talking. Why who you get Evernight when you don't have 3 remembered character? That is Hyacinth and RMC. That means yeah. Like no RMC or cash wise. Why get Evernight? 2. If you like Evernight, why do you care about the buff? The buff you're missing. Yes, that is like the worst tech ever, but like that's kind of a point. Though it is like really easy to debate against that because you know you want your favorite character to be playable, so you know it's like that. So the passive there is like pretty win. The point is still, I think the point is still there. Why do you care about the passive when you're just happy to play every night? Yeah. That's a problem. You can't make every night work. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you get every night without, let's say if you get every night from meta, and you don't have cash price or Hyacinth, then yeah, no, why get her? You stupid. But if you get her for waifu, then there's still a point that you don't care, right? About the passive. How long have you been playing this game? Probably like 6 to 7 years.
Could say this is to get players who want to play Evernight to also pull for Castris and Hyacinth, but a hypothetical 4-star Remembrance wouldn't undermine the DPS increases.
So yeah, sure, a full circle work, I agree. But back to the point, why get 4 stars when the horrors at E0 when you can just get Hyacinth?
You'd get from pulling the more premium options. Like, it's a good thing that Hanya can generate extra skill points for Archer.
That's a very high quality emoji there. Holy shit.
Is far
Why can I get that?
To use with him. As another example, Aglaya desperately wants % energy regeneration support for her high cost ultimate, but only has limited.
Imagine is E9 plus RMC or Evernight plus RMC plus question mark. I mean, yeah, so that's the argument of why the 4-star can fix it. But again, if the 4-star is one hard ass at E0 and only good at E2 and above, or E4 above or E6 above, why get the 4-star when you can just wait and get Hyacinth? If the 4-star are just does nothing for the team, dog shit sub DPS, dog shit buff, dog shit sustain. So why get them? Why get the 4-star when you can just wait to get cash riser or Hyacinth, right?
5 stars as options for that, with Tingyun's flat energy regen just not.
Yes, you can getcha where you might get lucky enough within like 20 pulls, you just get the 4-star E6 immediately, but you might be unlucky and wasted, let's say 100 pulls to get them to E4. Right? Like, you know, you can't really guarantee an E2 4-star within like 30 pulls. It's gonna vary, so might as well get the highest, you know. Also, dog shit path, I mean, yeah, you know that.
Cutting it. So even though it's nice that the Stellar Convergence Shop was released in version 3 and contains some limited 5 stars with seemingly more to be added in the future, that's a solution to a different problem. Same thing with getting limited 5 stars added to the lost 50-50 pool. Getting an old but usable 5 star is great, of course. However, new 4 stars can uniquely be used as a conduit to fix some immediate gaps in the roster, being plenty useful even if they're
like, okay, without the 4-star to fill in every night slot, do you think Tribi could do it? Let's say every night RMC Tribi and let's just say like Gallagher or definitely not Ho Ho or like Lingshan stuff. like the 45% or like the 35% damage crit damage loss. Who you prefer? A 3B or E4 4 stars? Like could took you 80 pools to get. It's running so hard right now. Holy shit. But yeah, like 3B is meta. So of course you might get her. So of course, all that run even, right? So the first slot, the second support slot, it could be 3B runway, which might give even more buff than what the fuck a 4-star will do.
Not meta-defining in any way. Previously, we've waited over a year for a new DOT character, and then for a preservation path character, but eventually we got both of those, so there's reason to believe it's only a matter of time until 4 stars are back, and maybe after Euphorius they'll release at a more consistent rate. But after analyzing Hoyo's moves for many years, it's pretty clear they will do literally whatever they want, and it's impossible to predict. So as per usual, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope you found this video to be interesting or insightful. Subscribe for more starrail discussion.
I mean, it's like the same discussion like every single time, right? 4-star stuff, like 5-3, 5-star good. And then missing slot and then give 4 stars like a substitute, here and there. Like, yeah, it's like the same old argument for like the past year already. They disappear into the sea of butterflies, true. Gotta get them all, true. The 4-star truly picking up this Lamau. Yeah, Rappa, maybe. We're reaching final on first and no 4 stars. So crazy. Yeah, low-key, damn, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, like the same old video. 4-star argument, so. It's like good enough, like good structure here and there, so go, let's try that, make decent stuff for me to react to, so yeah.